Hello, and welcome to Coastal Edge Consulting 5-Minute Leadership Tips. Today, in episode 1, I'm going to be talking about something almost every new leader struggles with: the need to be liked. I'm Melissa Kettler. Let's get started. So, you've stepped into a leadership role. Maybe you've been promoted from within, or maybe you got hired externally, and you're brand new to the organization. Either way, you're suddenly responsible for people. And that pressure kicks in. What if they don't like me? What if they think I'm a bad boss? What if they compare me to their previous leader? None of that feels good. Let me be clear. Wanting to be liked is not a bad thing. It usually comes from a very good place. You want to build trust. You want people to feel comfortable with you. And you want to start building relationships, not come across as demanding or unapproachable. But if that is your main priority, you're going to run into problems and fast. Because here's the trap. Leaders who want to be liked above all else tend to avoid giving honest feedback. They will let the little issues slide. They will sugarcoat. They hesitate to hold people accountable. Why? Well, because they're afraid of upsetting someone. They're afraid of a potential confrontation. And that is natural, but it's not going to help you be successful. Let me give you an example. Say you've got an employee who is always late in delivering their work. You don't say anything because you don't want to seem harsh. You don't want to create tension. But what inevitably happens? Deadlines slip. The rest of the team has to scramble, and your reputation is taking a hit. Your nice boss approach isn't working. It's actually creating frustration. Your silence is louder than any feedback could have been. Or maybe you avoid addressing a performance issue, hoping it will magically fix itself. Well, newsflash, it never does. And the rest of the team starts to notice. They start to wonder, well, why do I bother working so hard if nobody else is being held accountable? And there goes your credibility. Here's the big shift that new leaders need to make. Your job isn't to be liked. It's to help people succeed. Sometimes that means having hard conversations. Sometimes that means giving uncomfortable feedback. Maybe you will be uncomfortable. But discomfort is not the enemy. Stagnation is. And here's the thing. When you give clear, honest, and respectful feedback, people may not like it. Well, at least not at first. But over time, they'll come to respect you for it. And respect outlasts likability every single time. Think about the leaders you've admired in your own career. Chances are it wasn't the ones who let you coast. It was the ones who pushed you to grow, who told you the truth even if you didn't want to hear it, who set the bar high and held you to it. So how do you do this without becoming the villain in your own leadership story? Well, here's 3 quick tips. Be consistent. People can handle tough feedback if they know you're fair and you don't play favorites. Consistency is the key because unpredictability is a path to distrust. And remember, keep the conversation respectful. Number 2, focus on the behavior, not on the person. Your report missed the deadline is different from you're lazy. Keep it professional and keep labels out of the conversation. Number 3, pair feedback with support. Don't just say what's wrong. Offer resources, coaching, and guidance to help your team members succeed. When you lead this way, something interesting happens. The fear of being liked slowly starts to fade because you realize that trust is better than likability. And when your team trusts you, many of them will like you anyway. Not because you avoided the hard stuff, but because you helped them get better. When you set that bar high, most employees will work to meet those expectations, sometimes even exceed them. So next time you feel that tug of wanting to be liked, pause and ask yourself, am I choosing comfort or am I choosing growth for myself and for my team? Pick growth every time. And one last piece of advice. Feedback is actually a gift. Think about it this way. Leaders who care about their team members' success will give them feedback because that's an uncomfortable thing to do. Leaders who don't care, they're the ones who avoid or ignore the behaviors. Well, that's it for today. I hope you liked today's content, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment, and come back for more videos in the future. And remember, keep on striving. See you next time. Bye for now.